If I could go back in time and have a chat with my younger self, a few things I would say. For one is don't ever close yourself off to any opportunities or possibilities. There's more than one way to accomplish your goals, your dreams, and just because you have a vision in your head of a way that it's going to work out doesn't mean it's always going to be the path that you follow. You can get a lot of input and information from parents, teachers, coaches, whoever it may be, and just because it's different than what you thought or what you had planned doesn't mean it's wrong. So if you keep your mind open to that, you can find so many more things that might make it easier, might make it better, might help you out in the long run. So just to stay open to any advice. Don't think that you know everything about the world when you're in high school, because that changes even in college, and that changes even when you're 25, when you're 30, you're constantly learning and adapting. So you have to be able to do that to move forward, to accomplish a lot of your goals. And another one is to not underestimate the value of an education. I know a lot of people preach about you have to have good grades. It does help to stay eligible for school, to get into college, but there's so many opportunities out there, and sometimes people just look at it as a piece of paper, but that piece of paper can unlock so many opportunities for you. So definitely don't underestimate the education, not only high school, but into college. Just give yourself every chance, every opportunity to succeed. And a lot of that, unfortunately, comes with having an education. So make sure that you make that a priority. And a huge thing, too, is to not lose sight of where you came from. It helped me stay humble just being from a small town. I had people, family, friends that helped keep you grounded, helped keep you connected to where you came from, because it's that upbringing that built the foundation of whatever person you are right now. And to go off and do whatever you do in the world, you always want to know where you came from, and you can't lose sight of that, because that's a huge part of who you are and who you've become. And it's great to stay connected with those people, because it gives you a sense of appreciation of knowing everything that you came from and then what you're able to build upon and accomplish. And you wouldn't be able to do a lot of that stuff probably if it wasn't for people that were in your past. And as much as the past helps build who you are, you have to be open to everything in the future, whatever could come your way. And it's a cliche, but people always say don't look at things that come up as problems or obstacles. Think about those as opportunities, things that you can overcome. Because if you have that positive frame of mind, that perception that you can overcome, you can accomplish things, it's going to empower you to do so much more in your life than you thought. And just having the positive outlook as opposed to the negative outlook means a world of difference. And a lot of these are cliches, a lot of things you've heard probably from countless influences in your life, but a lot of them are true, because it's people that have lived that, have had some experience, and are trying to teach you that. And don't close yourself off to that. Just keep an open mind, and who knows what can happen. High school me was the first version of myself that kind of broke out of my shell. That wasn't a shy, somewhat worrisome kid. It was the first time I realized that life happens, and there's not a whole lot you really need to worry about, because at the end of the day, you're going to get another day, and what people say or what people think doesn't really matter that much. So it was the first version of me that broke out of my shell and started experiencing all kinds of things, understood the value of education, the value of learning, the value of friendships, and that there's so much more in this world than just your narrow frame of mind, and not to judge people, not to worry about your perception, your status or anything, that stuff at the end of the day doesn't really mean anything. And I started learning that and appreciating that a little bit in high school.